Hi, Vieira with stockmarketlive.tv. So today, which story are we going to address? I believe this is rather important to investors worldwide. The collapse of Credit Suisse, why Credit Suisse is one of the worst investment banks in the world, and you are going to visit the blog of the company stockmarketlive.tv, the most credible and the only source of live information in the markets, as proven in the past 25 years. And you are going to find this article explaining the story behind the crash in refining stocks, some of the most important companies in the world. And you have here these two articles, rather recent. One on the right-hand side, one of the greatest investors of our time, Warren Buffett, and on the left-hand side, the worst investment bank in the world. So you are going to click here on this article on the blog, and you are going to read the content, since it contains undeniable facts, and therefore it is of your great interest not to fall in the trap of this, so they say, investment bank. And the title of the article, as you can read here, is How Credit Suisse Fooled Investors on Refinery Stocks, Raising Price Targets at Head of a Market Crash. And bear in mind, you have here the link to the article. You just have to click here. Let's click and to see the content. Paid marketing. Credit Suisse raises price targets on for refining stocks to buy. You are going to read, you are going to go through it. Bear in mind, the content of this article is entirely misleading information. You have here two companies which we address in our blog, Tesoro as well as Valero. Valero, one of the most important companies in the world. Bear in mind, once again, these scam websites, it is typical the use of advertisement. You have here ads all over the place, precisely to generate interest among the stupid retail investor. Let's go back to the article in our blog. No ads here whatsoever. It is forbidden according to the policy of the company. And you are going to click here where it says Credit Suisse as well as Deutsche Bank, the worst investment banks in the world. And this article, it has been available since early 2015, providing evidence, facts, with regards to Credit Suisse as well as Deutsche Bank. Therefore, there is no surprise whatsoever that the share price of both banks, unlike everyone else expected, they collapsed in 2016. It was a matter of time. Not that was not going to happen ever. It was just a matter of time, and therefore one of the best investments ever for short sellers in the financial sector. And this, the fact that both Credit Suisse and Deutsche Bank collapsed, it is directly related to their calls in the stock market. Credit Suisse, for example, raised targets on refinery stocks ahead of a collapse. And they did the same in many other companies. And you find here on this article, for example, the case of Tesla Motors, shares they collapsed and they raised targets ahead of the crash. And we informed investors, every single one, worldwide, that this was going to happen. And you have here the links to the articles posted in real time in our blog. Having said this, you have here, for example, investment strategies on refinery stocks that they have never failed. You are going to click and you are going to find sell refiner stocks, Valero and Tesoro, ahead of earnings. And you have an explanation as well as you have a live chart. Let's delete this and let's go back to the article, and then you find a free live call ahead of earnings once again, reiterating the strong sell rating on both cases and explaining why these stocks, they represented great investment opportunities for short sellers, bailing out using Credit Suisse stock upgrades. Again, I repeat, Credit Suisse raised the targets on refinery stocks at the very top, as they did in the case of Tesla Motors. The investment strategy used here was precisely the same as in the case of Tesla Motors, downgrading to strong sell. Therefore, if you continue, you find my comments. Credit Suisse sheer incompetence remind us of Harvard fools betting on an oil bull market ahead of a crash. And again, you have the call made here in 2014, referring to Harvard University betting on oil bull market while we were saying that oil was going to crash. All these articles, they have been available for free and posted live ahead of a crash. Going back to the article, you'll find here also, if you continue, calling your particular attention for the existence of misleading information. Misleading information has one intention or aim only: to mislead the investor, to find suckers or to deceive investors. On the article, you find live commentary as well as the reason behind that Deutsche Bank and Credit Suisse as the worst investment banks in the world. You were warned about it, therefore it does not constitute any surprise whatsoever the fact that Tesoro shares collapsed from 115 all the way down to $70. Yesterday, in fact, they were trading below $70, while Valero, raised to strong buy at Credit Suisse, lost $20 per share within 1 month, 40 days. And this despite the fact of Wall Street upgrades, raising targets. Obviously, they were not going to have any impact whatsoever. And the question that you had to do or to make was, has ever Credit Suisse made a good call in the markets on refinery stocks? And the answer is no. And you also could make other question, is where was Credit Suisse when we here at StockMarketLive.tv were raising targets and upgrading shares of Valero to strong buy several years ago at $15. At that time, Credit Suisse didn't have a buy rating or strong buy rating. They were bearish refinery stocks, as well as most Wall Street investment firms. Therefore, the only thing that you had to do in order to make a substantial, vast profit in the markets was to follow the guidance given here in real time, explaining the game played by Credit Suisse, the advertisement in the United States on these scam websites that I've just shown you. And by doing so, today you are a happy investor in the markets. If you didn't follow the guidance given here I repeat, in real time, published ahead of the great market moves, the major market moves, you deserve entirely your losses. And I'm pretty happy with it. Moreover, today, if you call Credit Suisse, they are going to say, and I believe it, that they have plenty of suckers opening accounts there, as well as they have in Deutsche Bank. There are every single day plenty of suckers opening accounts at Credit Suisse as well as Deutsche Bank. And people not only they open accounts, as well as they put their money there, and they are willing to lose their money. No problems whatsoever. And therefore, Credit Suisse and Deutsche Bank, they represented a tremendous opportunity for professional investors, since this is the same as an ATM, a perpetual money machine. The more calls they make, the better it is, since 100% of the cases, they are wrong. And you have the facts at stockmarketlive.tv. So congratulations to all those investors in refinery stocks following my personal guidance. And congratulations, I think that you not only made a substantial profit by selling short these companies, as well as you fully understood the investment process, which is, in my opinion, by far also relevant, because you will be able to repeat precisely the same with regards to future opportunities, because the markets, they offer to investors endless opportunities, and these opportunities, they exist because we have on the other side, fortunately, Credit Suisse, Deutsche Bank, and I still believe that the US Justice Department is or continues looking at them, watching them, as well as probably the FBI. All right, so good luck investing in Credit Suisse, my friends.